UMich law is banning the use of ChatGPT for law school application essays. Hey, what's up everybody? Steve Schwartz here from LSAT Unplugged, joining you today to share some major changes to the law school admissions process this cycle. Before I get into it, a little bit about LSAT Unplugged. We offer live online classes via Zoom, on-demand video courses, small group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. Check out the links below this video to find out more and to book a call with me and my team. We'd love to help you out. So the reason I'm making this video is that law school admission officers are concerned and a bit confused about how to handle the rise of AI chatbots like ChatGPT. Some are welcoming and embracing the use of technology, others are banning it outright. I'm going to call out one example from each camp. We've got the University of Michigan School of Law that is banning the use of ChatGPT for law school application essays. They have students sign a certifying statement promising they have not used AI in putting together their application essays at all. I'm going to read here from an article about this in Reuters. Quote, Michigan law has explicitly banned the use of the popular online chatbot and other forms of artificial intelligence tools on applications and now requires applicants to certify that they haven't used those tools in the drafting process, an apparent first among law schools. So Michigan law, the pioneer in banning the use of AI tools and applications. I'm a bit confused by this ban here because it's not quite clear where we draw the line. What is AI? What is not AI? Of course, spell check, grammar check, been around for quite some time. Presumably they are not suddenly banning that. Then we have some tools like Grammarly, for example, or the Hemingway app that are a bit more advanced, a bit more modern, and get closer to becoming AI, quote unquote. Then we have the use of ChatGPT itself. Presumably, no one thinks it would be okay to have ChatGPT write your law school personal statement from scratch, and it probably wouldn't be very good anyway, even if you took that approach. But let's say hypothetically, you were to take a draft you had written and edited yourself, then you put into ChatGPT and said, please point out any confusing wording here, any inconsistencies, any incomplete thoughts, anything I should spell out further, any suggestions for me to improve this essay. That to me doesn't seem quite like plagiarism. It's like asking a smart friend for help, someone who's read hundreds, if not thousands of application essays, and then is giving you feedback based on what they've seen. You're not asking them to write it for you, but you're asking for their suggestions. If it's okay to ask a friend or a family member or an English professor or let's say an admissions consultant for help, why is it suddenly not okay to ask ChatGPT for help as long as you're not having it draft the essay for you? I'm not so clear on this, and this seems a bit backwards, outdated, overtly old-fashioned to me for a school to take this approach. And I'm skeptical of their reasoning here. And of course, I'm also skeptical of their ability to enforce a rule like this. Now, of course, becoming a lawyer does have certain character and fitness elements, certain elements of integrity and honesty. So if a school has the ban like this, they ask you to certify you have not used a tool, of course, do not use it. But I would ask admissions here for clarity about what exactly is an AI tool and what is not. Ask them, is spell check okay? Is Grammarly okay? Is Hemingway okay? And then which specific tools are not okay. Of course, adhere to the requirements, and also save drafts of all of your essays in case you are later challenged by an admissions officer or by the bar when you go before the bar in a couple of years. And in case you're challenged on having used these tools, you could say, hey, here's the evolution of my statements. I did not use an AI chatbot to write these if I was not permitted to do so. In contrast, you have the University of Arizona welcoming applicants to use tools like this. I will now quote from the Reuters article covering that. So this is from an article titled, Students Can Use AI on Applications, Arizona State Law School Says. Quote, the Phoenix-based law school wanted prospective applicants to know that AI is acceptable ahead of the next admission cycle opening on August 10th. Quote, this is just one more of the tools that is in their toolbox when they think about how to present their admissions package. Lawyers and law students are already using AI. Some applicants pay consultants or get help from personal statements found online. Generative AI is widely available regardless of an applicant's economic situation, the law school said in its announcement. This is my reasoning as well here. These tools are a democratizing force in allowing everyone to get high quality help on their written materials. Of course, AI has its limitations. Its writing can oftentimes be generic or overwrought. I would always take its recommendations with a certain degree of skepticism. You are responsible ultimately for what you submit. And so be critical, be skeptical. Don't just copy paste what it gives you. Never do that. That would certainly be plagiarism. But if you're looking for its help, I would take its help as similar as I would take anyone else's help found online on a forum like Reddit, for example. At the same time, however, if you can't afford high quality help from an admissions consultant, or you're simply looking for another take, another perspective on your essay, if a school allows you to use AI, I don't see any reason not to, provided you can use the tool appropriately and carefully to get an additional perspective on what your writing looks like. This cycle is also unique, aside from the introduction of AI into the process, in that the SCOTUS ban on affirmative action has caused a lot of schools to remove diversity statements and add several more additional quote-unquote optional essays to the process. Harvard, Yale, Michigan, which is banning AI, they've all added multiple new essays to the process. And so that's going to be a lot more work for the average applicant. And so you may want to get some help from AI where permitted to help you put together the strongest possible application essays and give you some ideas on how you could take your resume, for example, and choose topics for each of the new essays you're going to have to write. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to see it. If you know anyone applying to Michigan or Arizona, or applying to any of the other many law schools out there that are starting to formulate policies around the use of AI on application essays, I'd love for this video to get to them as well. I don't do any paid advertising for this channel. I rely only on word of mouth to help get the word out. And I really do appreciate your support. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and take care.